August 14th.
Yes, August 14th, Friday, first week where we're doing 2 shows in 1 week.
Yesterday was my birthday, and guess what I got for my birthday? Michael Vick is an Eagle.
That's a birthday present? How do you feel about that? Okay, everybody, that's the big news. Michael Vick signed with the Philadelphia Eagles.
I'm excited, but still kind of like, because let's face it, he hasn't made the team yet.
Right.
Still has to go through a physical, still has to practice, and it's not a guarantee.
Right.
He still has to make the roster. Now, if I'm AJ Feely and Kevin Kolb, I'm like, oh shit.
Right. I mean, this is going to be a big thing. We want everybody, take the time to leave a comment, because it might as well be like a blog under this video. I mean, what you feel about Michael Vick signing with the Eagles? What do you feel about Michael Vick as a person? Do you think he did the crime, did his time?
He served his 2 years. He's out. Okay,
right.
Just let's move past that. Now
right.
it's new Michael Vick. He's got Tony Dungy behind him. Roger Goodell's in his corner, but he also needs to realize this is it. Right. You screw this up, it is a wrap.
Yeah, it's a fucking wrap.
If he pulls a Pac-Man Jones.
Oh, he's fucked. I mean, the one thing about the NFL, I mean, say if for example, I'm a school teacher, I go out and I do some shit like this. That's it. I'm done. I don't give a fuck. When I get out of jail, I'm not getting my job back teaching kids,
No.
And that's how it is. So he is getting another chance, you know what I'm saying, to make good of his life and do all this stuff. In this country, we love to build people up, beat them the fuck back down, and build them the fuck back up.
Yeah, that's Britney Spears.
Yeah, definitely, man. So how do you feel? Are you excited about it?
I'm excited because I honestly think. But
I'm not.
I don't
just cut you off, nigga.
I think by week 6 or 7, he's worked with Marty Mornhinweg in the past, or the offensive coordinator he had in Atlanta was real close friends with Marty Mornhinweg. Marty Mornhinweg is now calling the plays, and I mean, Michael Vick's got enough talent. By week 6 or 7, you put in 8 or 9 plays, and he is a difference maker.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be a difference maker. I'm not liking this. Obviously, being a Redskins fan, we're in the same division. He had a contract offered. The Bengals offered him a contract too. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
They offered him about $2.5 million.
Let's put it this way. Philadelphia's franchise as a whole, the Bengals franchise as a whole.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of that had to play into it. I mean, they went to the mayor of the city.
Yeah.
They went to the head of the Humane Society in Philadelphia. I mean, I think the Eagles have covered all their bases. I mean, now, typical Philly fans, oh, they're idiots. Hide your beagle, Vixen Eagle.
Yeah, I mean, right now, they're saying, hide your beagle, Vixen. I mean,
dude, somebody called in on the radio show.
I mean, yeah, they're obviously on most throughout the internet. It's 2-1 people against this signing.
I mean, Eagles fans are high emotional, ramped up, non-thinking.
The moment
people.
that motherfucker runs him for a touchdown, all that shit's going out the window.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And we all know that. It's like Terrell Owens. We all fuck Terrell, blah blah blah. Then he called all those touchdowns, and we're playing in the Super Bowl. Terrell's great.
Yeah, he's great. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, the purest person on the planet, Santa Claus, gets hit by snowballs. The city's all fucked up. You know what I mean?
Michael Irvin's going, I can't feel my legs. Yeah! I mean, Eagles fans are fucked up. I'll be the first.
But you gotta love them because they bring a lot of emotion out there. Now,
next big story is this Saturday.
We're just gonna fuck that. We're gonna talk about this extortion. Yeah, we're gonna stay with football. We're gonna talk about extortion and about these. We're gonna talk about Big Ben's situation and we're gonna talk about Rick Pitino's situation. And it's fucked up. I'm gonna tell you why. Because you got these fucking bitches. I'm sorry, I said bitches. Is that politically correct? No. Who gives a fuck? But you've got these girls out there who do shit like this, and they fuck it up for girls who really get victimized or girls who really get assaulted. Let me tell you something. Big Ben has never assaulted shit. The only thing that nigga's ever assaulted was 5 double cheeseburgers and a large Coke. Okay? Now, this girl goes out and claims that he assaulted her, right? I mean, his whole defense team is picking this girl apart now. Do you know this girl? Let me tell you, give you a little history about this girl that's claiming this about Big Ben, and I'll make it as fast as I can. She fucked some guy, and the wife found out, okay? Got pissed off at her. The wife found out her email and started sending her emails, made up an imaginary fictional character, and started sending this woman who had fucked her husband emails, who's claiming Big Ben assaulted her. Said he was a soldier, blah 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 blah. Carried on this correspondence for a while. Months into it, this woman, who's calling shots against Big Ben, falls in love with this fictional character, right? The woman says, "Gotcha, bitch. You should never have fucked my husband." Lets her know that it's a fictional character. She has a nervous fucking breakdown.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
This bitch is straight cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and this is the woman that is claiming that Big Ben assaulted her. This is the kind of shit that you're dealing with.
I think Big Ben's got this one in the bag.
Yes.
Now, this next one is my favorite.
Pitino?
Dude, dirty.
Pitino is dirt.
You know.
Come on, man.
Shorty, he was down south, so you go walking in, the first thing you see is the health score.
Right.
It's probably at some trifling ass Waffle House. Went back in the bathroom, slayed this broad. I'm pregnant. Dude, I just came.
Right.
I just finished. How can you be pregnant?
Right.
I can feel it. What? Come on.
I mean, goddamn, I thought this was gonna happen to me. But look, I mean, seriously, man. I mean, he stroked it in the restaurant.
Crushed it.
And if it was, I mean,
let me get a bagel on the side of pussy.
Right, you know what I'm saying? I mean, suppose he straight up hit it in the Burger King with the king going.
Ronald McDonald waiting going.
Right, going, damn, Grimace, that looked pretty good. I mean, it's wow. She basically says, I don't have health insurance. So he's like, $3,000, keep your trap shut. Now she's like, you raped me.
And then hooked up with Pitino's like ex-coach or one of his friends, and
Yeah.
then tried to extort $10 million.
Yeah.
Okay, your vagina's not worth $10 million.
Exactly.
And your child's not worth $10 million.
I mean, there's some good ass
that you
out there,
never
but there's
even
no
had.
pussy out there worth $10 million.
No.
I mean, do you think?
No.
Yeah.
I'd stab you for $10 million.
Yeah. You and me both. So Pitino, man, yeah, he did dirty in 03. I think a lot of guys, unfortunately, they do dirty shit.
And people are now asking for his job. Like, people think he should get fired.
Why?
Dude, look at the president. Look at one of our former presidents of the United States.
Clinton was getting ahead. I mean, whatever, man.
Dipping his
but
cigars.
the thing is that these girls make it tough for girls that really get assaulted. It pisses me off because they're looking for they're fucking
looking for a payday.
Gold diggers, man. And it's fucked up, man. And it fucks up reputation. I know B-Dog said it didn't happen. Kobe did it and shit like this. But it's these athletes, man, and these high-profile people getting, their targets. Anyway, moving to targets. Pop, 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 pow.
Gina Carano versus Chris Cyborg.
Tomorrow.
Saturday.
Yep. Tomorrow, Strikeforce, women's championship fight, Carano versus Cyborg. People have been waiting over a year for this fight to develop. They've got a good card, man.
We have multiple videos out there, but this one's mainly going to run down that fight along with the rest of the card.
Right, exactly what's going on. If you look, well, they've got 5 headliners now, that are going to be on the main card on Showtime. They've moved, Verdum's fight up.
Yeah, Verdum got moved up from the undercard to the main card.
And I think the big reason for doing that, because he's obviously going to be somebody that could be fighting Fedor in the future, so they probably want to get these heavyweights some time, I don't know how much of a threat he's going to pose to Fedor, but
that's another shot.
Right. Now, Jay Huron is going to be versus
Jesse Taylor.
Jesse Taylor,
for you people who don't remember, got slaughtered by CB Dalloway at the Ultimate Fighter house.
And ultimately got kicked off of the Ultimate Fighter.
So now he's over at Strikeforce trying to make a name for himself.
So we should see how that one turns out. Also, you've got Gilbert Melendez. He's going to be fighting Ishida.
Yeah, Ishida stepped in real quick to take this fight. Melendez is kind of like, whoa, where did this come from? I have a feeling Melendez is a little rattled mentally, but who knows?
Right.
He could still win.
Right. Now, obviously, Carano, Cyborg's the headliner, but the other big headliner is definitely going to be Babalu versus Gayard Mousasi.
Yes, this should be a decent fight. Now, this is the fight that the UFC tried to put an injunction on and make sure it didn't happen. Because I guess Gayard is still supposedly under contract with the UFC or some kind of weird backdoor thing. But the fight's going to go on, and I'm going with Babalu because Babalu's crazy.
Yeah, he is a crazy cat, man, and he seems very hungry. He's always hungry. So I mean, this guy Gayard's got to be. He's a young guy too, man.
Let's face it. If Babalu puts on some weight, he could be fighting Fedor.
Yeah.
I mean, Babalu wouldn't care. He'll get in and fight your mom.
Yeah. I mean, has he fought Fedor before? No,
I don't
know who's now. Everything, I mean, all those fights obviously are they're somewhat relevant, but the big fight is going to be Carano versus Cyborg, okay? What do you say? What do you think? How do you think the outcome's going to be?
It's going to be great that finally both these women don't have to worry about cutting a whole lot of weight.
Right.
I think it's going to be each of their toughest challenge yet.
Yeah.
Gina's big, Cyborg's big. From the rumblings, is Cyborg's camp is sort of falling apart. Gina's taking training real seriously and camped up with Couture. Maybe that's why Couture's getting divorced.
Right. I think like you too. I thought that shit too. You know what I'm saying? Wow.
So I mean, I don't know. And the other rumor is Carano came up. I mean, not Carano, but Cyborg came up and started training out of Rondelet's gym.
Right
there in Vegas. So
I think it's going to be, whatever you look at, it's going to be a good fight. Like you said, they're both going to be at their weights. Cyborg's going to be fighting a big girl for once. You got two good technicians, 2 great strikers. A lot of people don't realize Santos, Cyborg, she lost a fight before. And it was her first fight ever, and she was submitted. And people don't realize that Carano's got pretty good BJJ, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu skills. Not BJ's blunt, George has to take that and make it get all south and go fuck
anyway,
up.
that's coming up. And another big news is Matt Lindland. Last time we saw him, he got knocked out pretty viciously, but he signed with Strikeforce.
He signed with Strikeforce, so Strikeforce bringing him in.
Yes.
We're out of here. Everybody have a kick-ass fucking weekend, and we'll see you at the beginning of the week next week.
Bye.
Later.